I know a lot of you probably don't know what's going on. If you give me just a second to set the chat up, you'll see why. So a lot of you are probably gonna have to rewatch, but basically in my other stream, I threw a Lego set off of the stairs, and based off these pieces, you can probably guess. And maybe you can't, I'm not quite sure. But basically, I threw off this Lego set off of the stairs. I go all the way up there, and I dropped it down. And here's what's left. There's not much left, but basically I dropped it down all the way from there. Fell down, I made a huge smash, pieces flew all the way over there. But basically, we're gonna clean this up real quick. Thank you for liking the stream. Wesley the Fisherman, what's good? You kind of just missed it. This is the remnants of throwing a Lego set off of my staircase. I'm kind of picking up the pieces now, but the stream just uploaded just a minute ago, the live stream. I don't know if it's even uploaded yet, but I just ended it because I had to go for just a split minute. Basically, this is just me picking up the pieces of the whole Star Wars logo. And also to clarify, this was a dare by a friend. In the last stream, I have my friend, who I didn't know was on there, commenting that I should throw it off. And then I realized it was him, and I really didn't want to, but he was very persuasive. And so now this is all that's left. There's not much. This is the star, and this is the wars. And there's not much left. I grabbed all the extra pieces, and that's our bin of pieces. What's up? Hollis said hi. What's up, Hollis? He said, okay. Oh, you were on the last stream too. Travis Scott, what is up? You guys just missed it. I just threw this off of my staircase in the last stream, and it was the Star Wars logo. So it was very painful. Here's the bucket of pieces. Pieces went everywhere out here, but I think I got them all. Let me do one final check. Yeah, I think I got them all. But this is, all of you, wow, 22 viewers already. So you guys missed it, but this is me who just threw off my Star Wars logo off of the top of my stairs. So basically, this is the remnants. I just finished the stream because I had to get off in between streams just for a second right after I did that. Sorry I had to go so sudden, but basically I dropped it all the way down there, and now it's here. This is what's left. You can see bits and pieces of the Star Wars logo. But it was satisfying. Lucas, hey, what's up, Lucas? This is all my different Lego sets and minifigures. There's bunches of buckets in here of pieces and stuff. Yeah, you guys did miss it. I had a display up here with the Star Wars logo on it, but unfortunately, I had to throw it off for the views. For the views of the live stream, I had to throw it off of the side. It's in pieces now. I think this was Star. This was Wars, or that's R. So I need to get back to what you guys didn't know. Yes, you see, he's already on top of it. Over here, I had a rating of all the minifigures that were in here into this Lego display. So I will rate that in just a second. I'm gonna give you guys can look at a few of them real quick. Oh, I'll be right back. You guys can look. There's a bunch of different figures there. Tons of different. It's all figures. A lot of them are some of them are just regular minifigures, and the others are not regular minifigures. They're more like captains and commanders. And so that's been, oh, yeah. Sorry, still recouping my losses from this thing and all its pieces. I might have to repair that in another set. But no, it's painful, honestly. And so trying to set up my live stream on both devices here. But no, this is, you guys can look at the Lego shelf for just a second while I figure this out. There it goes. You can see all the different vehicles. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of different things on top up there too. But here we go. Can lower it. Oh, how painful that was. All the different pieces. Let's just, oh, that's going to be hard to rebuild. I'll probably rebuild that off camera just because of all the different techniques that were lost because of that. So that's going to be, I'm probably going to have to start from round one. But do you know who was your first subscriber? No, I do not. But I remember that I had the first subscriber, I think, was because I got desperate, my alt account. But I also subscribed so I could keep up posts and look out for videos from you guys' perspective to see if there was anything I could improve on. So technically my account, my other separate account, was the first thing to subscribe. But, so what are you guys doing right now? I'm reviewing this. Sorry, Hollis, I got distracted. I will start rating these. But my first subscriber was me, so I could monitor the videos and see how everything was doing from your guys' point of view. So I don't remember. I got to go real quick. Wesley the Fisherman, thanks for coming on, and I hope to see you back later. But, all right, so let's start rating these. So I'm going to start off with probably the lowest, because that just seems logical. I'm going to go ahead and move a few of these guys out of the way because these are the good ones. There's Commander Thorn, Commander Cody, there's Commander Fox, Commander Gree, Commander Wolf, and Captain Rex, which are always fan favorites. ARC Trooper Jesse is another one of the good ones. And this Fives, it's not the one from the Tantive 4 set. It looks kind of like the Jetpack Trooper set. And then here's the actual Jet Trooper. So that's awesome. But, so that's the, and then I really do like this Clone Gunner, so I'm going to kick him off for now. Commander Vaughn is another really good one. My brother is asking, do you have a Baby Yoda Lego sculpture? I do not have a Lego sculpture, per to say, but I do somewhere have a miniature Lego Grogu. Give me just a second. I might be able to find it. I'm going to have to turn the camera off, though. Here it is, guys, my box of Lego Star Wars figures. You can see some weapons and lightsabers. Here is the Mandalorian with a blaster somehow. The Mandalorian, and here is the Grogu, or some people like to call him Baby Yoda, whatever suits you. Suits that. There's the Baby Yoda. That's the best. Grogu, Baby Yoda, whatever we want to put it. And you know what? Honestly, because you said that, I feel like putting him on my shelf here. I'll stick him. He's kind of a Jedi. He's 50 in the show. So I'll stick him up there. So back to our minifigures. Here's all of these. These are probably the ones that we're going to keep out for just a minute. And that's going to probably, they're going to be the ones that we're going to save for later. But if we look here, that leaves these guys. And here, I'll turn my flash on so you guys can see them better. I hope that works out better. But here's the Flash. on, there we go. You can see we have 4501st. Here we have Senate Guard and 212th. Now this 212th is kind of on the display just because I kind of ran out of clone themed people I wanted to put on there. And so he's probably going to be, I'd say probably he's going to be the last. So we'll do first, we'll do like best to worst, like first, second, third, fourth, I'll do first, second, third, fourth, so on. Or how about, let's see, how do you guys want to do it? Should I do all the best ones on top and then whatever's left on bottom? Or should I do it split down the middle? I'll let you guys answer that while you guys look at some of these. Hollister commenting a lot, thank you. But here's some of the, so I'll let you answer that. Yes? Okay. I'm gonna count that as the first option, responding to the first option. So, but I will work my way up from worst to first. So here's the 212th captain, I guess, since he's best on top. Okay. 212th captain, and the gun is okay. I could probably swap it out for something better, so this is probably just on me. I do like the armor, the piece that he has on. It's a custom, so is his gun. But it's just, compared to the other ones, I just don't think it's as good. So I'll put it right here. Now, second on the list, ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not going to be this guy. It's not going to be either of these. Just because I really like them. The Jet Trooper is okay. It probably comes down to which one of these guys. I do like the macro binoculars, and they both have, this guy does have the printed comma, which is kind of, so I'll do this one next. The printed comma piece, or the printed like waistcoat piece, however you want to put it, is kind of disappointing. I think Lego should do cloth ones like they used to do. And the figure could still sit down without the orange is your favorite color. You know what? It might be your lucky day. You know what? I was just thinking about that too. I think I'm going to swap these two. This Commander minifigure with the Heavy Trooper is nice, but I think the macro binoculars kind of sell it. So I'll do this one next. The printed waistcoats, they're okay. I like the cloth ones better. I wish I had more cloth ones, and I wish I was around for collecting Lego at that time. So there's our first three. We're doing worst to first here. And so next, because it's really hard to do some of these, I really do personally like the Gunner, just because it's something you don't see every day. It came in the ATTE set, same with the Commander Cody. But so basically, it started out, and it's just kind of been one of the ones. Would I ever get into Hot Toys? Correct me if I'm wrong. Here, I'll ask in the chat. Isn't that like an off-brand Lego? Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're really realistic, like live action toys. So isn't it like the off-brand, or like not off-brand as an insult? A bunch of Marvel stuff. Is Hot Toys, is that something that is Lego related? Like, I'm trying to figure it out, because they make a bunch of Marvel stuff. I get that. Is it like Lego Marvel, or I'm gonna set you guys down for just a second. Is it Lego? Okay. So is it a bunch of, we're back, sorry. A bunch of different Marvel? Is it like Marvel Lego? Marvel stuff. Live action toys. So is it like an off-brand, or like a Lego brand but not Lego? Is what I'm trying to ask here. Or like, is it like an action figure? That's I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. While you're answering, I'll move on here. No, not really. It's kind of its own brand, but a lot of Lego collectors also collect Hot Toys. I think I know what you're talking about. I'll have to research that after probably a lot more to really answer your question. But here's the minifigures. I'll let you guys decide. Which one do you want me to put? Which one do you think out of those three is the worst? Is that... There we go. Scoot the camera over. Which one of those do you think is the next worst? The middle one, you say? Okay. The middle one it is. I will put the middle one here. Keep its base plate on. I will stick it in the next worst. Just for you, Hollister. So I'll grab that one. Hello, camera quality. Sorry about that, guys. So what do you think the... Actually, I'll decide this one. I think the Jet Trooper is cool and everything. I think it's a great one. The all blue one, yeah, I put that one there. I kind of like the Senate Guards. I think they're kind of cool, but they don't get much featured episodes and things. So between... Ooh, here we go. Between all of these, I don't really like the custom 5s, so I'm going to put him next as the next one on our list. But let's see. The Jesse, I'll keep him. And I'll keep the Jesse. I'll keep the Jesse. But let's see. This is a tough choice. I want to keep the Gunner, so it'll probably be between these two. The Jet Trooper I really like, and so I think it's going to be this guy with the custom shoulder pads. It's going to be the one who's next. So I'll put him there, and then now it gets really easy to me. It gets really easy for me. So I'll do the Jet Trooper next, and that leaves me with these guys. Now here is where personal opinion is going to really get away with this. While I think Commander Fox is kind of cool, and Commander Vaughn's also pretty cool. Commander Vaughn doesn't get much action in the Clone Wars series. He doesn't get much action. The Gunner doesn't either, and the Jesse's really cool. So I think just because he's less known, I'm going to pick, out of the blue here, I'm going to pick the Commander Gree to be kind of down. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to make the Gunner kind of the bottom one, because that's kind of keeping also the theme of no major characters, I guess, except for the 5. But we had to sacrifice one. Commander Vaughn's your favorite. Ooh, can I ask why? I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like him too. He's a really awesome figure, and then he has the Mandalorian gun and the jetpack. But I want to know why he's your favorite. So I'll give you guys, those who are kind of joining in and stuff, here's the rest of the shelf. Some of the different things. But back to this. I see what you're saying. The blue mixed with the orange, yes. So basically, to sum up Star Wars real quick, I'm going to take this one. This is a trooper. This is this guy's commander. And when one of their Jedi leaders joined and got back, and after leaving the Jedi Order forever ago, came back as an honor, all of these guys dressed in painted helmets to honor the Jedi who came back. And so the commander who is seen back here, Commander Vaughn, the commander who's seen in the Clone Wars at the time with the painted helmet, is a well-respected character for being a really cool commander. And also, his death was very sad and caught the attention of a lot of people when he met up with Darth Maul, because now he's toast. And so now he's been highly respected, and I respect him a lot for that too, but I'll put the 5s back. So far, let's get a review here. And the jetpack, yes, the jetpack is a really cool feature. that not a lot of minifigures get. The Jet Trooper got his jetpack as well. You can't really see it, but here's our list so far from worst to first, starting here. Harry Potter or Star Wars? Man, have you seen the shelf? Harry Potter is a really... I have watched a few of the movies, and I'm sure to a lot of you that's probably a crime that I haven't seen a lot of them. And I have watched a few of them, though, and I just think that they're really good. But I kind of knew Star Wars from a long time. So I just always was just like, oh yeah, Star Wars. But maybe that's just me. Take the green creeper out of the gray bucket. Just a bird. Oh, hold on. I know what you're talking about. Here we go. Wow, that was from a solid minute ago. I forgot about that. You know what? Hollis, earlier you asked if I had my Minecraft with me. No, I don't, but now I do. There's the Minecraft creeper and the Lego display. I'll move him. He's right in front of San Francisco. I'll put him right there. Ignore that. And so there we go. Thank you, Just a Bird. I forgot about that, so I'm glad you pointed that out. So this is the Commander Green. Now put it in the purple bucket. Now why would you know what? Give me a real reason I should put it in another bucket. I want the real reason. And while he's answering, I'm gonna go back to this to finish, because Hollis, you've asked a long question, so this stream might go over. I was gonna go for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna go a little bit longer. So probably next on my list, Commander Green. He's a good commander, but he doesn't have much screen time. So, Wesley the Fisherman, what is up? Commander Green is a good one. Green and purple look together. Oh, you talking about this bucket right here? Wesley the Fisherman. Evan? No, this is the Lego Lord. Name leaked. Sorry, guys. I am the Lego Lord. I don't know what you guys are. I don't know who an Evan person is. But this is the Lego Lord. And I refuse to reveal my name to you guys. Only certain people will know. But name leaked, that's close, but I'll have to give you a no on that one. But here is... His real name's Tyrone. Hey. We can't keep sharing our secrets now. Some of you guys figured it out, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Do I need to adopt an accent on the next stream so you guys can throw off? Do I need to get myself a big tough accent while I'm rating my tiny plastic figurines? My name's Tyrone now, so that's really cool. But so next on the list, I'm gonna probably say is Commander Fox here. Commander Fox, Wesley the Fisherman. Hello. Yes, I'm here. The Lego Lord is live. We're rating worst to first on our Lego minifigures. So this is worst, heading up here, and we're heading our way to first. And the answer probably might surprise you. Can I have a mod, Tyrone? You know what? I don't know, because after the stuff that you did with everything else, including throwing my Lego Star Wars down, throwing the logo down the stairs. If you guys haven't seen that, it's in the live right before this. Whoa. Hey, no bribing. I don't even think I have donations active on this, but Commander Fox is probably the next one here. He was in the show. He was honestly kind of mean. And very, very mean. And just kind of not really rank them on who would beat you on a fight. Okay, for being honest, it doesn't matter because I would go right here, which is last place. So all of them would beat me in a fight. I couldn't take on any of them because they're also genetically modified to be dangerous. And so, unfortunately, no matter what, I still lose. And so, but Commander Fox, he was really rude and just kind of had do anything to complete the mission. And then also the pink torso. was Just a Bird typical. Rank them on who would win in a fight against all of them. I don't think any of them could get in a fight between all of them. The only thing I would think is the Captain Rex here probably has a good chance, if he had to take on all of these guys, but a lot of them are ARC troopers, commanders, and so because they're commanders, no one could honestly take down the other one. But that would be kind of cool, but that's pretty much impossible just since no one could take out the other since they're all clones. They all are genetically modified to be the same. That shoulder plate is tight. Yeah, I really like it. It came out in the new Captain Rex's Y-Wing. So the Y-Wing set was a really cool one. So what did we start off? Next we had Commander Fox next. And this might surprise you guys. Jesse is going to go a little bit higher. Vaughn didn't have much of a character arc, I think. Maybe that's just me. And so, but maybe that's just me. But Vaughn, he was a really cool. But I'm just, he just didn't have enough time for me to develop a full. I don't know if I've ever watched Star Wars in my life. Well, hey, I'm not going to judge you for that, but I would just say I recommend it. There's a lot of good sets, and in order to understand a lot of the things that I post, about half of the content I post, you're probably going to want to understand. My suggestion is Revenge of the Sith. It was probably the best one I ever watched. And so that really does a lot for me. And it's one of my favorites. So, and that's where a lot of these guys, none of them really show up in any of the Star Wars content unless you go to the Clone Wars and side series. So the only ones that are in the movies here is this guy is in the movie, and Commander Cody and Commander Gree are both in there, and a few other side characters. Would your ranking be about the same just for looks? Just for looks, honestly, I think some of these, like this one, would be ranked a lot higher. But honestly, it would be very similar. I didn't know that I've ever watched Star Wars in my life. I saw that one. How the heck does this guy know every single stormtrooper and their origin story? It's a long story. I've watched Star Wars for a really long time. So it's one of those that I've watched the Clone Wars. Scary to admit this. Probably I'd say almost 3 times, but I made it to the last episode, and our Disney subscription got canceled due to Disney swapping everything over with Lucasfilm, which still makes me mad to this day. If I had a time machine, I would go back and fix that. Next is Jesse. Hollis, I gotta finish this. Sorry, guys, I gotta finish this. 1v1 IRL in real life. Harry Potter is better. Listen, I'm not going to judge you guys on your opinions. I personally think Star Wars is better, but I also haven't watched all of Harry Potter, so it's hard to judge what I don't know. 1v1 in real life, I don't know. That's a lot of... The 600 hours of Clone Wars. Yes, I know. No regrets. Anyways, Commander Thorn. No one else in the Coruscant Guard, like Commander Fox, is as cool. We're getting to the top 4 places. Worst to first. Show you guys. This is worst, and this will be first. And I think the answer will actually surprise you because I'm a little bit opinionated on some of these. I've actually changed my mind since then. But look in here. We have the machine gun. Oh, dropped the gun real quick. Let me fix that. Let you guys look here. Worst to first. Commander Thorn had an amazing story. He was under Commander Fox, but he wasn't like Commander Fox at all. Sorry, guys. There we go. He wasn't like Commander Fox at all. He was respecting, and we didn't get to see much of him, but the scene of him taking on 200 battle droids, yes, that machine gun is nice. I really love it. It's a custom, but him taking on as his final moments to protect... Oh, it fell off again. Moments to protect and serve the Republic. His final moments were attacking and doing his best. It's one of the best last stand moments probably of the entire series. So he's going to go right there. which leaves the camera to focus. There we go. And so, message retracted. What were you saying? So, now we're down to 3. And this is where it gets tough. Because Captain Rex is one of the main. He is with Anakin Skywalker. And Commander Wolf is also a really good one. He has amazing armor. And the way, I'll get more about him in just a minute. And then Commander Cody is under Obi-Wan, which is a respectful one. And so here's how this is going to go. My answer might surprise you, but here we go. What do you think of Samuel L. Jackson's part in Star Wars? Ooh, Samuel L. Jackson played Mace Windu in Star Wars. He had a great role as a Jedi Master, and it's kind of funny because, you see, Just a Bird gets it. Very purple. Oh, it was an autocorrect. Okay. It's for the message retracted. So what do I think of Samuel L. Jackson's part in Star Wars? I think it was a good role for him. Jedi Master, a little bit behind, but I do like his role right at the end in Palpatine's arrest. And I just think that is really cool that he got to be the one to do the final lines. And he has a lot of good funny clips from when the actors messed up and they had to cut it. So it's just a bunch of bloopers and things like that. But here's one that I loved about his character is the purple lightsaber, because the whole thing behind that is George Lucas is telling Mace Windu, or Samuel L. Jackson, George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, and he's telling him, okay, well, there's red, and red is for evil, and since you're a good guy, it's either blue or green. And he was like, how about purple? And he's like, well, what about, like, red, or what about, like, blue or green? He's like, no, how about purple? And long story short, they settled with purple, and Samuel L. Jackson got what he wanted, and he got to stay. This is the custom clone blaster. And the purple lightsaber, yeah, that's what I was just talking about. It's kind of funny, and probably one of my favorites, but I'm going to finish this real quick because there's still a lot more to show. So Commander Cody goes in 3rd, which is where this is going to probably surprise you, because Commander Wolf did not get as much screen time as Rex, but this is where it's simple to me. It just makes sense. Commander Rex, if you count him, this is Y-Wing, Commander Rex. So he has, this is tough, but he was Commander Rex at the time, but as much as I do love him, he's going to have to go 2nd, meaning Wolf, in my opinion, is the top. But you guys have to let me explain. So here is Commander Wolf. He has the dual blasters. Look at that arm printing, though. The arm printing on that with the Wolf logo. And this is his final phase 2. He actually has a cloth pauldron. This one's a custom. That's not the full story about the purple saber. Well, you know what? Then, you know what? Enlighten us. Enlighten the 3 viewers on what the full story is. Sorry, Just a Bird. So, and it comes with a custom antenna, but also his character was really good. The first time we ever saw him, you see he's got the scarred out eye, and he has the helmet, which is a really awesome mold. But the first time we ever saw him was in one of the first few episodes. This is going to complete this. I'm going to close this up and put this back on the shelf while I talk. But he was one of the first people we ever met as a commander. He was part of the flagship for Plo Koon, who just got his new starfighter out. So we'll stick this back up here. I'll move this out of the way. But he was one of the first who got their own starfighter. And so he wanted purple saber so he could find himself in all the scenes. Well, you know what? I actually didn't know that, so I will give you credit for that. But the first time we ever saw him was when they met up with the big separatist ship, the Malevolence, that had the ion cannons, destroyed their ships. They were in an escape pod. The droids came out and destroying all the escape pods, and Plo Koon with the other 2 men were able to hold off and get saved by Anakin and Ahsoka, who denied Palpatine, Mace Windu, and Obi-Wan's orders. So basically, starting from there, when all of the Wolfpack was, I am inevitable, Marvel quote, interesting. But starting from there is when his character developed, and with him hunting down Padawan Ahsoka later on it really makes it way better. And so I just like seeing him there. But here we go, back to the full Lego shelf. So any other things you would like me to review? Sorry that one took so long. Had a interruptions in between. Anything else that you guys would like me to talk about during the streams? Anything here that piques your interest, I will go into on all of this. I have inevitable rhymes with grub. With grub. Ooh, interesting. I think I know what you're trying to talk about. We better get that crap out of here. Rhymes with grug was an old thing from forever ago. He still spelled it wrong. Hollister. It's grug. There he goes. He fixed it this time. And so, but it was one of those. So yeah, no, ask away, guys. Ask away. Anything that piques your interest. Anakin technically Rey's garbage character, by the way. Uncle. Well, that's very controversial. I'm sure there's a theory out there that connects them technically, but there's no canon proof that Rey sucks. That blue ship thing. Is it this one right here? Is it the speeder that you're talking about? And so, but I'm not sure you can connect those in canon. So I'll stick with, gonna say no on that one. But that really would ruin it for a lot of people. I'm sure there's some relation, but I think she just wanted to feel powerful. Hear me out. Is it, oh, that blue ship thing. Was it this one right here? Tell me, see if it's this one. Is it this one? This is the canon. If I gave you 4 Bible characters, could you tell me which of them doesn't belong? Ooh. Now, I'm not one to talk a lot about religion on streams because I know that can be sketchy ground and some people may not agree and some people may disagree. So it is this one. Okay, I'll talk about this in just a second. Some people may disagree, but depending on the scenario, there's a chance I could, but probably not in this stream at the moment. So this is the it's the ATT, I believe. It might be yeah, it's ATT, which is armored tank, I believe. All-terrain tank, transport tank. I don't remember the acronym for it, but this one is, I did modify this one a little bit because of the inaccuracies. First of all, something we need to fix is it shows the turrets like this with the longer one on top. We can't have that. That's not how that works. It is lower one that goes on top, so it actually looks symmetrical and doesn't drive people crazy. So there we go. And putting streaming before faith. Okay. I know that can be a controversial topic for people watching the video because a lot of different people have a lot of different religions. I like it because it looks pretty retro. Yes, it is really retro. But I'm not trying to put it before faith. But I know a lot of people have different... Having a lot of faith. Yeah. It's a very controversial topic, and I don't want to get demonetized or anything like that, or get in trouble with YouTube for talking about things that they may not allow me to talk about. But that is... Okay, dude. Streaming before faith. Not sure how I feel about it. It's literally 4 people watching, and you know all of them. I'm not sure about that. I mean, there could be people from all around who are coming in to watch this. Plus, more people will be joining after this uploads because a lot of people are probably in different time zones in different places where they can't, or at places where they can't view. There's been times where I haven't been able to view people's live streams because of different things. And so, and that's something that I need to consider is because a lot of other people are going to watch this. So here, it's a long story, but basically it's hard to describe, but there's a bucket inside of this, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. There's a little clip piece, looks like a wrench. There's a bucket, and the handle is what's holding this clip, which is securely fastening it to the top of this, so it's not having that weird hinge in the back, and it works really well, actually. But there are literally Christian YouTubers who have over 1 million subscribers. Yes, I understand that. I'm not saying that people don't support Christian YouTubers, but we're not gonna have this discussion during a Lego stream. That can be something for another day. And what Star Wars movie is this from? Oh, technically, the actual design of this is from the first movie, Phantom Menace, which... This isn't a Christian channel, this is the Lego channel. Yes, I agree. I am not gonna... And it's not that I'm denying religion, but I know YouTube will get you in trouble for a lot of talking about things like that, unless it's the whole channel. But I'm not gonna start a debate with a bunch of different people, so I'm just gonna move on from that. But do you know a lot about Star Wars, but do you know your father's birthday? I do, but I'm not disclosing that information on YouTube. I don't want a bunch of people knowing my parents' birthdays and things like that. By the way, this has been the tall guy who you're low-key kind of scared of. Just a Bird 79. I don't know how to feel about these comments, man. You're kind of leading me to an awkward position here, an uncomfortable position. We're here to talk about Lego, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. So this is technically from the Phantom Menace. They had a tan version of that. This is the CIS version, and this is the version. It had a recolor, but this was actually, supposedly, according to the characters and different things like that, this is supposed to be Siege on Mandalore, but if my memory corrects me, I don't remember seeing this in the Siege of Mandalore, and it's in the final season of the Clone Wars. But there is other instances. The only place you've ever really seen this that I know of is probably the different episodes and seasons of the Clone Wars where they show this model and they show this everything about it. But yeah, no, anything else that you guys would like to talk about? There's plenty of other Lego sets to talk about. There's the High Ground. The Coruscant gunship is a really cool one. I really love reviewing this. I did a whole video reviewing that one. And I would like to... that'd be another one that'd be fun to review. I do... Oh, it's been a minute, so I'd have to check. But if you'll give me just a second, I will check and see, because I know other people commented things they wanted reviewed, so I'll review. Can I have you subs? No, you cannot have my subscribers. The big red one on top. Okay, give me just a second, because I need to pull up the other thing that people wanted me to show you guys. And I could pull it up. Just give me just a second. So, yeah, this is... We're in pretty deep on streaming some of these. But this has been a kind of a long stream. And the other stream I did throwing a Lego set off a staircase. Very painful. But very, very painful. Let's see. Post. I have it here. Pulled up my YouTube channel on another device. But let's see. Here it is. So far, the TIE Fighter. So we have the TIE Fighter. And yeah, it looks like we're starting with just the TIE Fighter here. And so, yeah, we'll start with the TIE Fighter. And I think, so, but Hollis did comment that he wanted everything. It was satisfying. It was painful, dude. Very, very painful. That's what's left of it. Big red one on top. Okay. This is gonna be fun to remove. It does have a carrying handle, but because of the way it's placed, we're gonna try not to knock anything off. This is the big red one he's talking about, the Coruscant gunship. And so we're gonna set it down here. And there we go. Okay, that's better. So we've been streaming for 45 minutes, so I might have to end stream soon just because things going on. But, so I'm gonna, give me just a second, I'll take this off the stand. Oh, you got a flash of my finger there, sorry. So we'll remove it. It's a strong model, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But, oh, I'm gonna have to destroy the stand. No, there we go. I'll fix it later, guys. So this is the ship he's talking about. This is the Coruscant gunship, has both cockpits. It can fit 2 minifigures. And it's satisfying though. Just a bird. Bye-bye. Well, thank you for coming into the stream. I do appreciate you commenting most of the things that you commented, and so I appreciate it, man. How much do you think your whole Lego shelf do you think you spent on it, and how much do you think it's worth? Oh, I couldn't possibly calculate that, and if I did, I might have a stroke. I'm sure I know for a fact there's hundreds of dollars spent on all this. And a lot of these were presents and gifts from people, so that definitely helps. Bruh, I'm not sure what you're saying, bruh, too, Just a Bird. But a lot of them were gifts, but I did buy a lot of these, like, I did buy this one, and I did buy the ATTE up there with my own money, and there was a few other ones I can't name right now. The ATST I bought, and so there's been a few of these that I've bought over the years, but you know, if I totaled that up, it would probably give me a stroke. But we'll start here. So this is the one Hollister wanted me to review. This is the Coruscant gunship. It was only, I believe, seen in just a few episodes, and it came with that commander. Let's show you up here. That Commander Fox up there, a couple of shock troopers. Came with Padme Amidala and Senator, actually not the time, Senator Chancellor Palpatine with his red cloak that dipped back. Amidala, Padme, with her silver blaster right there. There's Mace Windu in between them. But no, very much came with all those. Whoa, camera shaked. Oh my, again. Came with all of those. So it's a very cool set. Honestly, I really like it. It's the only gunship I have, so that makes it better. I did swap out a few pieces. This one got swapped. Can't do much about this. There's just a few different things that kind of stick out like sore thumbs in the model. So I added a few pieces. But the door, it's a 1-door instead of a 2-door sliding open, because most other Republic gunship models are 2-door. And there is some modifications you can do, but it requires a lot of pieces. But there's a small little cargo area here, and then a place to put your minifigures. If I open up both doors, you can see all the way through. And there is a video of me hooking this thing up to the ATTE up there. And it's one of those. Is that the one that can hook up to another ship that you shared on one of your videos before? Yes, that's actually just what I was talking about. So perfect timing that I read that. It's the Republic gunship and the ATTE up there. And it's really hard to do, so I'm probably not going to demonstrate it on stream. But basically, you take your ATTE model, build this little contraption up here, and it straps to the gunship. And I have a full tutorial video on that on my YouTube channel. And so if you guys want to see how that works, it's very simple. So all you'd have to do is just grab that, look at that video, and if you have these two vehicles or any of the older gunships, as long as it has the attachment, I'm not quite sure, it should be able to be compatible to that. So as long as you have a handle and a securing place on the bottom, it should work great. But to continue on, there's 2 turrets in the front, the 2 gunship engines and everything. This one has a really good carrying handle. Did they come like that, or did you do it? Both of these have been modified. Here, you know what? we're going to do a double review here. Both of these sets have been modified to just how I personally liked it. But, so here's the ATTE. Making sure I don't break it. And there it goes. You can make sure all the legs were down. ATTE. So that's really cool. And so, Billy, welcome back. I'm glad that you came back. Glad that it was worth it. So did they come like that, or did you do it? I had to do it. I had to use extra pieces. But basically, this whole thing has been tiled off and a lot less greeveling than before. A lot less studs, so a lot more snot techniques, I guess you could say. Studs not on top. And so, hi, Billy. Yes, Billy, welcome back. So here's what I have to ask, though. How did you guys get to, like, see the videos? Did you guys, like, did you get recommended the videos? Did you see it because you're subscribed? So that's what I'm curious about. Like, Billy, I want you to answer that question if you have time. But, look in here. So basically, yeah, there's a little snot pin on the side. You can't really see it under here without lifting up the model. There it is. A little pin on each side. And using the carrying handle that came in the set, you can just use this little build. It's on my YouTube channel for everything. Fisheye87, yo, what's up, Fisheye? So basically, it's on the YouTube channel. It's a video, but I found your channel link. I found your channel by a link by Wesley the Fisherman. Well, thank you, Wesley. Appreciate that. That's really awesome. Fisheye, how did you get recommended my channel? I want to hear this. How did you stumble across the live and decide to stick around? It showed me you was alive again. Awesome. Yeah, sorry I had to go for a second. I had to clean up the catastrophe that was the Star Wars logo. I think, Billy, I think you got to see that, and if you didn't in the past live stream where I threw it off, it was painful to my heart, and it sounded like a shotgun came off. Can I have mod Tyrone? I mean, I will for now, but that might change. You did see that. Okay. Well, good, Billy. I'm glad you saw the pain and the suffering from all of this. It's in pieces now. But back to the review. I'll build that off camera later. Oh, it's going to be not fun. But satisfying. I believe the word you're looking for is satisfying. No, I believe the word I was looking for is painful. Because this set, let's talk about this for a second. This set was very complex on its techniques, on how to get some of these curves that are now destroyed. And so, it's not going to be fun to repair because some of these had good techniques. So that's very, very painful. Thanks. No problem. But no, in an older video, definitely go check it out if you have both of these vehicles or similar vehicles. As long as you have that Technic pin that's below on the gunship, you should be able to do the mod. The two wings are just secured by this little pin, if I can get it out with one hand. It's harder when you're holding a phone. Yeah, get this pin, it pulls out, and the wings go, and it's just a small pin, it clips in, and all that, but it really makes it easy. I am going to have to end stream soon. Guys, I'm making Minecraft build tutorials for houses starting tomorrow. Awesome. Do you play, guessing you play a lot of Minecraft. But, no, that's really awesome. Are you doing it on YouTube? Just that. No worries not to bother you or anything. You don't have to answer that question. You don't have to answer that question. Sorry, guys. Gotta fix this here. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys probably didn't actually catch that. It has a little turret in the background. And so it's one of my favorite builds. You know what? 9 years. What's your favorite video that you've made? It was probably the review of this ship. it was actually my most popular one as well. 9 years. I found you was at school scrolling through videos live. I found you was at school scrolling through live videos and I saw you. Well, awesome. Oh, are you in school right now? Favorite video that I've made is, yeah, it's got to be a review of this, and maybe it was the one with this ATTE, but I think it had to have been the one at the Republic gunship, just the review of just this set. You guys, there we go. See if you guys can see me. Yes, sir, Hollis with the ducks. But here, I'm gonna, real quickly, you guys can watch. It might be a little bit blurry, sorry about that. But you guys can watch as I build. I have to build the stand back for the Coruscant gunship. When I was taking it off, it got destroyed. And it kind of broke a little bit. But it's fine, I can fix it. I just need a few seconds here. And so I'll just fix this. I'll put it back on. I gotta center it too. So to you, just kind of, to those kind of just joining in, it seems like that's kind of weird. Those are dodo birds. You're uncultured. Cartwheel noises. Nah. Billy, no. Okay, you're not in school right now. Well, that's honestly respectable. I wouldn't want to be in school. That's really cool. But, yeah, all right, we'll build that. So now that that's built, I'm going to use my ATTE model here. I'll give you guys another look. There we go. You guys can see that pretty well. Cartwheel noise. This is still getting to me, and this might be kind of hard. But first of all, I got to put this piece back on the Coruscant gunship. I gave you guys an unfull review. I'm missing one piece. I'll put it right here. It's right next to the cargo bay doors. That's really cool. Has a little cargo bay. There's nothing inside of it. It connects to the main platform. But now the fun part, which is the really not fun part, which is connecting this. But it looks like it actually might slide into place pretty well tonight. And then I'm going to move the doors out of the way. That way I can hold this still. There we go. It's looking like that's going to connect pretty well. Okay, we got the back in. And, uh-oh, this is over by one brick. And if I got the back. And there's the front. There we go. This back, it's a little top heavy. That's kind of concerning. Interesting. I might have to fix that here. Billy said hi. How do you feel about the YouTube emojis? I think it's a good way to show your support. And to just, and it stands, like, as someone who's, well, obviously live streaming right now, it stands out a lot and kind of gets my attention to say that you had the time to go in and pick your YouTube emoji to shout it out. So I think that's kind of cool. But it's one of my favorite things. I just think it's kind of funny. Some people will do the most random things, and other people will do a bunch of other cooler models. Sorry, guys, this is really taking some time. Didn't realize this was going to be this hard. I might just give up and go on with the rest of the reviews. So the only other thing I have for a review, which is probably right before I'll end stream, but the only other thing I have for a review is, I'm just going to set this to the side for now. I don't got time, and my phone battery is also getting close to dying. So I'll grab this. There's the display stand. It fell apart again. Grab this, put it back up. There is no minifigures in it. This one does have room for 2 people, so that's kind of cool. That was a little addition I made. I just had to replace some of the bricks. The only other review I had was for this TIE Fighter here. So I'll get this off the shelf. We'll go to there's my Star Wars Destroyed, my box of minifigures. Here you can see all tons of different, mostly clone troopers. The Mandalorian, there's a little bit of Empire in here. They're kind of mixed after some confusion. But if I'm correct, in here, oh, maybe not. somewhere in here, I do have, I guess I don't. It must be somewhere else, but this will work for now. This is the TIE Fighter here. This is the other good one. Lots of YouTube emojis. Game over. Yeah, I know. 6% on my phone. We're going to make it through the TIE Fighter review. It's one of the, I guess, I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was New Year's Eve. And I got this gifted to me by a family member. And here, let me turn it to how it looked like in the set, and then I'll explain why. It's flipped backwards. How do you feel about Funko Pops? Not something I'm personally wanted to collect. It just seems like it's more of a display thing, so it just seems like something that you wouldn't actually get to really talk about much or do much. So it's not something I'm personally for, but I understand the longing to collect. Now I know I feel like it can get a little excessive at times with different sets and things. There's inside the cockpit. And so it's probably a little bit more excessive and everything like that. But so I'm going to finish this up real quick. I'll answer any final questions, and then I'm going to end stream, guys. So basically, in the set, it was wrong. It's flipped around the wrong way in the set art and everything. So I'm going to turn it back around like it's supposed to be. It came with a new TIE Fighter minifigure. And Marvel Legos, Star Wars Legos, or Minecraft Legos. Which one do you like the most? Okay, this is a controversial question. So, Marvel Legos, I'm going to root out because Star Wars and Minecraft are my two favorites automatically. I don't have the Minecraft with me, but I do have it. If you guys want to check out older videos, I do have tours of my Minecraft world, and I'll probably at some point do a live featuring the Minecraft world and asking questions about it and different Legos on the shelves and things like that. But I had to pick one. I would probably say Star Wars, because I just like, you don't have to worry about, if you're building a mock, you don't have to worry about only having blocks to build with. So you get to build with things like this. Man, it's a little dusty. But, so as much as I do like Minecraft's a clear second. But this is the inside. It has a bunch of red lights and panels, the control station, the pilot, if you take off his gun, sits in there really well. And so that's really good. And then the top folds down too, is the hatch for the minifigure. You can see him through the screen. It's a really good set. It's one of the ones I got a while back. It's a little dusty. Edward about video games. Do you like Star Wars video games or Minecraft video games? Also a tough question. There's not many Minecraft video games. I guess there's Dungeons and Legends. Marvel video games. Once again, I'm really a Lego Star Wars fan and Minecraft fan and Star Wars fan, so it's probably going to come down between those two. Marvel movies were really good, and some of the new ones are a lot more controversial. But, so that's a big chunk of that as well. So that's very controversial, but Edward about video games is confusing me. But do you like Star Wars video games or Minecraft video games? If I had to pick, the only Star Wars video games that I would think of is Battlefront 2, which is one I play pretty often. I do have Battlefront 1 as well, but it's not one I play often. But so I play a little bit of Battlefront 2. I have before. I've kind of gotten out of it, but honestly, I think I'm ready to get back into it. Just because it's a good one. It follows the story of Iden Versio, and she is pro-Empire for a lot of it, but I won't spoil it, so I'll let you guys play it for yourself. But I just think it's really cool, and it's really awesome. But this is the TIE Fighter. I am Steve. Oh, somebody's been watching the Minecraft movie. Minecraft, I'd probably have to pick Minecraft as my favorite game, even though I do like Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor was pretty good. I preferred Fallen Order. The best part I think I found out of Jedi Survivor, which I haven't finished it yet. It's a really good game. I got it on Xbox, but as much as I don't I didn't think it was as good. Just, I really enjoyed the first one, just kind of the everything, action about it and everything. But as much as I didn't think it was good, I did really like the best boss in the game, Rick the Door Technician, which I think is really funny. In fact, my Scout Trooper up here is based on how the Scout Troopers look in there. This is the Winter's Scout Trooper, so it's not as good, but it has the riot shield and the staff, which I think is really cool. I'll set him back up there. But no, I think it's time, even though I know a lot of you guys don't want to go. There's Darth Vader. Hollis saying hi one more time, 2 more times. But we'll put the TIE Fighter back, and final look at what's left. If you missed this, this was in the stream before this, where I threw my Star Wars off of the stairs. Oh, it still hurts me so much. There's the Republic gunship. I'll fix that one in a minute, and a few other extra things. And here's the review of all the LEGO minifigures. Best, I still think, is Commander Wolf. ATTE, Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. The TIE Fighter, review that one. A ton of these still have a lot of time and a lot of different things I could talk about. But I'm going to get off here. Here's the rest of Separatists, the Resistance. Not Resistance, I'm sorry. Because the Republic's up here. But this is... I can't think of it. The Rebel Alliance. Thank you. Sorry. And then all the architecture, our Creeper we added. The little Christmas decorations and everything. But no, just thank you guys for an awesome stream. And I think I'm going to end it here. So thank you guys. Thank you, Hollister, for commenting tons. And everyone else, Billy, Fisheye, Wesley the Fisherman. I know I'm not going to be able to name everyone. But I just appreciate all of you guys. Just a Bird. And thanks for making a good stream. So we're going to end it right before this ends to 67 minutes because Order 67